teammates.
Yeah.
So that might explain why we've had that happen. But either way, here we go, folks. The third and final map of the series is getting started. Aristocracy start out on the CT side due to winning the knife round, and Ancient jump onto the T side.
Taz back on the CT as well. He's shown us what he could do with that back over on Train. He's going to need to do something similar. Rallen spamming the smoke, but these T's have got themselves down towards B. Aristocracy are aware of the possibility there could be players in lower, and they are not being quiet about it either, running around through these vents. It's actually going to be an upper split. They're going to come from vents up top A, and I think Taz is ready for it. Watching the HUD, gets the first, drops Disco Doppler coming out through that doorway, and there's so many CTs up close, but these blocks are better at close ranges, as you can see. That being said, Trade still coming through in favor of Aristocracy until Freddy B kills a player up in main, and this is still under question. Mauser's committed inside of the site, and he'll find both kills to shut down the round. Aristocracy, they knew exactly what was being thrown at them there.
Yeah, Mao's turning into such a clutch player in these situations, too. He's been doing it all tournament long. That's keeping the pistol record nearly flawless for Aristocracy as well. I failed to recall what we had in the first round, but out of the last 3 pistols, Aristocracy has won all 3 of them.
Damn. Ancient, unsurprisingly, just going for the standard eco in round number 2. No bomb plant, no reason to force. Might as well get those guns in round number 3. Oh, now that is a gun.
That's fun. See that, able to jump in and do a little bit of damage, hopefully. But it's Manice instead pushing from ramp that starts us off with an early pick against Disco Doppler. Rest of Ancient have gone for outside control. They're going to have it without too much of an issue here, but there we go. Plopsky actually able to run over Rallen and Mini, but there's the shotgun work. Taz able to get quite a bit of money from that, especially if he can get 1 to 2 more. And he's got the possibility for it. Rusty going to be jumping down, but Maus snipes that kill away from him instead. Freddy B is the last one alive by Secret. Not with really any position to do much here unless they push him. They don't actually know where he is, so it's unlikely we'll see that happen.
They've rotated the player down to cut him off, though, so he won't be able to get any further on B, and he's realized that. Going back towards Garage. Crossfire, though, between Garage and Mini. Taz, even though the shotgun's not great, it's armorless Freddy, so he's going to be able to chip away at that player. Freddy just waiting for the re-peek. Patient as anything. Oh, there's the info. This is where Taz will swing, and Freddy's ready for it, but the shotgun is far more effective, and Taz will be able to take him down. 2-0 for this Polish side. Now the buy round's coming through for the Swedes.
Clean round, relatively speaking, from the Polish roster, meaning that this is going to turn into a little bit of a bonus round for them, minus the 1 player that has to rebuy. If we assume that they keep all of those guns, which I think they would at this point. Economy was a big issue for both teams in the last map. So there should be a priority on making sure that stays under their control.
Yeah, if you're looking for a way to build money as well, I mean, this shotgun is it, plus the SMGs, so good weaponry for this round and massive upgrade potential if you take down these AK-47 players. Ancient quick into the yard. Freddy B's found himself on top of the hut roof, or main roof rather, so he's able to drop quickly into A if they want to, but that bomb is circling outside right now. So maybe this yard play split down towards B later on. He is going to push through this smoke. Curious and inquisitive as to what lays outside. These wall of smokes from Ancient, they were running this against Crazy, and it's so effective. Cuts Rallen off completely. He's still in this corner, and they're going to need to check it, but they don't. And he just swings out wide, drops 2, and the bomb in the garage. Doesn't get much worse than that here for Ancient.
Freddy still trying to work himself into a position to get this back. Meanwhile, Disco at least cuts off Manice, which is going to even our numbers up at 3v3, but the problem is still that bomb dropped inside a warehouse. Freddy's hoping so much that Rallen oversteps, and he's able to punish him for that, but there's no reason for Rallen to do this. He's got a little bit of support instead of Mini. If they try to push there, Taz can cut players off from the backside, granted with an XM, but if the range is good enough, he can still get it done. And Ancient don't really have a good way to cut off Rallen on the inside either. So he's going to continue to sit here and punish this for as long as he can. There's the jump down. I think they know Taz or someone's inside of Mini as they leap over it.
Oh.
Now Draken picking up the kill on Taz. They lost Disco a moment ago, though, so still an even trade. Rallen will molly this off. He's going to push past it, though. Does he realize it? Yes, he does. So Malz and Rallen pick up the final frags. And it's Aristocracy to clean up. Take their 3rd round.
Huge round from Rallen there. I mean, if you're Aristocracy here and you're watching, or you saw that game that Ancient threw in on Nuke against Crazy yesterday, you would know that they were prone to those kind of outside plays. Those deep smokes, cut off the back of Garage, throw them in front of main as well, and sneak towards Hell. Rallen, instead of fighting, he hides and he waits for them to commit towards Garage. At that point, dropping the bomb and essentially winning the round, right? Because it's so hard to get back in that position to grab it as a team. Draken gets down vents, definitely heard though. Makes a lot of noise falling in early on, and now these T's are going to be going outside with the bomb, trying to cross towards B and join him. Only pistols though. They do have the wall of smokes to enable them down towards B, but already rotations have come through for Aristocracy.
Rest of Ancient, quite a few of Ancient anyway, is going to get cut off, trying to work their way down Secret. They'll each lose about 25 or 30 HP, but they will make their way into the basement and out onto the B site now. They're going to try to push their way in. Mouse still sits here on the catwalk. Ancient seems to be aware they really don't have the utility to stop him from doing anything, though. So Mouse and Manise will work together, pick up 2 kills. They try to sneak the plant. It's a little bit of a wild spray from Mouse, and the plant actually does get onto the ground. At minimum, they accomplish that, which I think really was all they kind of could have hoped for with the buy they brought to the table. Not a terrible round from Ancient, but Aristocracy, of course, is still going to win it and win it clean with 4 alive.
I like that play, though. The fact that Draken runs down the vent early dedicates the main player to keeping an eye on that vent. And as a result, they're able to get outside, cross pretty safely. They lose HP, yes, but only spray through the smoke. No connecting kills from that CT side before those players got down towards B. Successful round, given, as you said, the weaponry they brought into it. So 4-0, buy is here now, AWP on Draken, everything to play for. Whatever you've got, you need to pull it out of your pocket. It's Aristocracy already leading pretty heavily and starting to build up cash while they do so. Quick nades, expecting of maybe an A rush here, but not going to be the case for Ancient. They want to slow things down, but he's almost taken down, and he will be. Disco Doppler swings wide and finishes off the job.
Good start for Ancient. Now they need to build on it. If they can get Aristocracy to continue playing aggressively, they might be able to get a second kill and immediately give themselves a 5v3. Disco's trying to play in a squeaky door here. It's got Mouse, or Rowland rather, I think, sitting on the other side, but it's Mouse that finds the trade back. Able to take out Freddy somewhere else on the map. Bring us into a more even 4v4. Disco just gonna push himself through, makes his way into the vent. Quiet drop, too. They won't hear him go down. Dika is going to be trying to cut off the play at ramp, and he does a good job of it. Easy 2 kills. He's even got support coming in, but he doesn't need it. All 3 go to him. Disco now the only man left standing. They don't know where he is, but it's really not going to matter much, unfortunately, due to the bomb being dropped.
You know where he could be, and I like this play from him. He's wrapping back outside, hoping that no one's watching Secret rather from the yard, but they're just passive. They don't need to fight yard, so he's going to have a rough time getting an opening kill here with the bomb dropped so easily for the CT side. Just got to face up against Mouse, who's hiding inside of Hell. Talk about off angles. Disco Doppler not going to expect this. Mouse on top of the lockers. 27 seconds to do this as well. Might even be tempting to save. He's going to have a look inside of the A site, see if he can find a kill, make it interesting, make it costly. But at the end of the day, there's no way he's winning this round, and he's not even going to get fragged for it. Miles moves outside, and that will be 5-0 for the CT side. Nice dominant start on Nuke, especially considering that Ancient were able to pick up 8 T-side rounds yesterday on this map to actually pick it up against Crazy. So this is so far looking very good for the Poles.
They'll keep it going, of course. Ancient have had quite a few saves in the midst of these rounds. This time, it's not going to be one of them. Draken interesting enough going for a scout buy, while the rest go for AKs just because of the way the money worked out. But that's a pretty huge downgrade in comparison to the rest of the team. So we'll see, 1, where he's going to be playing with it, and 2, what he's going to attempt to do. Just kind of looking for stuff on top of Twinkie right now. So
Aristocracy's early round utility has been very good. We haven't seen Ancient attempt any blasé A plays, but if they would, they're going to be walking into a lot of nades, a lot of Molotovs. And, I mean, util has been something we've credited Ancient on doing so far in this series. Even these double nades that they've been showing back on train on that CT side. Right now, smoke's being set up. Ancient fully committed within the lobby. They've actually managed to get Freddy B down towards that B site, at least through Secret right now. Aristocracy not interested in that lurk, just worrying about the A play that's about to come through. Freddy B just trying to sell a fake and create a distraction, but here comes the A push. Taz actually catches one going through the door, and he's going to push off the back of it. This is huge. He can uncover the fact that the bomb is inside of the hut, but he's making a lot of noise, and they know he's pushed.
Taz making his way in here. Plopsky and Rusty working together, but what? Paying no mind.
Oh, no.
Player on the inside. He only gets Draken, who had the scout. Not a worthy trade at the end of the day, but a trade nonetheless. Putting it down into a 4v3. Still favored to Aristocracy, but the plant about to work its way in. Dika trying to stop that from heaven. Bomb goes down, though. Ancient committed themselves to it. Now it's about Aristocracy getting the retake. Don't have coverage onto Mini. Good molly goes on to Freddy, forcing him out. There's no peek, so he actually takes a lot of excess molly damage. Rusty being forced into a fight. They confirm his position inside of Hut. They should know where all three of these players are now. Now it's just about winning these fights. They win 2 out of 3 of them, all on Rusty to hold on, but he does it. Rusty, and along with Plupski holding back, who picks up 1 more kill before going down. Ancient piece together the round and put their first onto the board.
Last bullet as well. 1 bullet left in the mag, and he taps down that final CT player, even after wall-banging Maniz in the lobby. Doesn't get more rough than that, really, for Aristocracy. I've been saying that wrong all event long. I've been doing my best, but I'm still gonna mess it up. But
what are you
great
saying?
round.
Aristocracy?
Aristocracy.
Oh,
I know
no,
it's
yeah,
not that. It's
yeah.
just like, after I've said that, it's stuck in my head forever. So...
Well, guys, a pause is going to come up. I believe the call would have come in from Parbar and the rest of Ancients. They'll take their first time out here. Figure things out for themselves. Won that round, yes, but it was an incredibly close affair. Need to make sure that they're cleaning this up. Aiming to go for as many rounds on this T side as possible. Aristocracy, of course, not broken just yet, but they're going to come pretty close to it, even after a 1 round loss. Ancient also going to force the issue here. Freddy B already down vents. Maniz will have heard this, so he's going to get in position to stop it, but he misses the opening shot. Back to control for him. He's got a second chance.
Nice. That's sick from Freddy. The bait peaks for so long and keep Maniz occupied, but actually, with that delayed push into Secret, it's give time for Rowland to rotate down and assist. Diha missed spray. He only gets damage, not the kill. 4 HP on 2 separate players here. This is very, very close, but Ancient still have a double man advantage, believe it or not.
The molly burst. It's not going to land in a spot where they can use it. Rowland able to pick off Disco, but Draken finds Rowland. Everything on Mouse now in a 1v3. He's working with an op too, so the HP advantage really does not matter anymore unless he has intel on this and decides to take 2 of these fights with his pistol. But he's not even going to do that. He's going to fall back, give this up, save the op, because like I said before, Aristocracy actually don't have a whole lot of money. They'll be broken after this. The op saved might enable the possibility to go for a force buy, but this is Ancient's round. It's going to be 2 to 5.
Yeah, starting to get a groove once we've had guns in their hands on this T side. Just took them having a bit of utility. I love these vent dives as well from Ancient. They've been consistently getting a player down B, whether that be through the early vent dive or even just one outside yard player, finding a timing or using those cross smokes to get in Secret, constantly creating a distraction. And we've even seen Ancient try to condition this CT side already by sending Freddy B down B on one of those rounds and then bursting the upper site. It was actually the round that Taz pushed Squeaky there. 5-2 though, and yeah, like you say, money's gone. Busted. Pistols out, no force buy here for the Poles. Working off this 1 AWP to find everything. Draken's already opened up though, and the number's starting to dwindle for this CT side. Draken's not done yet.
Draken's going to move in, grab the frag onto Dika, taking him down. Rowland will take possession of the op after we see Dika getting knocked out. So a 3v5 now for Aristocracy. Not with much hope of winning it either, due to the fact that one of their players, Taz, is only on a USP. Maniz, he's got a deagle. Well, not anymore. Freddy takes him out. And Ancient should pretty much be able to just walk right into the upper site now. You've still got Taz hiding in the back corner, but he should be dealt with without too much of an issue. He's going to try to get sneaky with this, though.
Ooh. It looks like they think they checked it, but haven't cleared the complete corner. And Draken's ready as Taz walks through the smoke. Not going to happen.
Yeah, not this time. So Rowland now left alone again. It'll be a save for him. He's just going to tuck away into the corner. Ancient going to get their 3rd round up onto the board here. Starting to make a real comeback, and it's a pretty massive streak too. But mind you, these are just rounds they're getting primarily with Aristocracy on a save. At least that's what this one is. Let's see in a moment here if they have to go for another one. Or even a light buy that they'll have to wait for.
Won't be able to take this gun away unless Disco Doppelman wins this duel, but Leg's been spotted. He's crossed safely inside of the garage. Rowland won't be able to find him either, so it's a stalemate. Another round for this T side, making it interesting indeed. Funnily enough, when they did play this map yesterday, they went 8-7 on the CT side to start, so that doesn't sound too great, but then they went 8-3 on T side, and managed to shut Crazy out of it, who weren't able to hold on that defensive side. So Ancient on an expected path right now. 2nd tactical pause coming through.
They're going to take a second. Again, this is a weird trend I've been noticing, because Ancient were the only team doing this. Trick did this as well, where they were taking a lot of pauses after 1 rounds. This isn't actually, obviously, this isn't necessarily happening with Ancient right now, but we're seeing a bit of a weird trend on that from a few teams at this event.
I mean, even if you win rounds, not everything in that round that you wanted to go right necessarily went right.
Yeah.
So there's always things to fix, even if it looks like it'll work. There are always ways to improve.
I think a lot more teams are finding potential learning experiences out of that, so trying to make sure they instill it in the midst of the match. I mean, look at our odds right now. So close between the two teams. It's so hard to pick who's going to be the true winner of this matchup. It's going to continue to be a nail-biter as we work further and further into the first half. Ancient, of course, on the comeback path right now. Still 2 more rounds to go, though. And, of course, Aristocracy now with the full rebuy coming back into this round.
Miles posted it in on the ramp. Ancient looking like they may make a move. Just bleeding down the time now, but they can't afford to leave it too late. A second ramp rotator's come through just to throw a smoke, and then he's left this position, but he will be needed back as Rusty gets an opening kill. Freddy's fallen or burned to his death. Not sure how. He fell off silo outside, rather, so that's an awkward way to go down. I guess getting shot in the air slowed down his trajectory when he tried to cross the main roof. Pretty common thing to see happen. 4 on 4 now. D is still down in B. He's managed to take down Disco Doppler in the window, but he's smoked off and will have no impact into the fight in the site. That'll be down to the players in the doorway. Bomb planted. 3 on 4 here for Ancient. Not favorable, but they've got the clock ticking in their favor.
Ancient with a good amount of control here, too, even though they're a man down right now. Not giving the guys from Aristocracy a whole lot of room to play with on retake. So 3 of them are going to end up jumbled up at double doors, trying to force their way back in. Taz with that shotgun again is going to fall very quickly. 3 kills, no response at all from anyone on Aristocracy. And Maniz is going to run away with his tail tucked between his legs and the op stored in tow. Ancient will get number 4 onto the board here. Oh, what a flick from Maniz. Saves his own life in the process, and he's going to make it out.
Just about. Bomb almost takes him down on the retreat, but it's Ancient really putting together a decent T side right now. It's 4 in a row on this half. We had a great start from this Polish side, and yeah, there it is. Oh,
I wasn't even that far of a drop.
Yeah, he just got spammed, I guess, for 80 midair and lost the last 10 or 20 points of health landing on that roof. Unlucko. But yeah, flawless so far for Ancient since they've hit guns, or at least their second gun round. 2 weapons held onto for Aristocracy. Well, 1 saved, 1 bought up in this round. It's a little bit to play with, but really not holding on to much. Even these full buy rounds have not been working out for them either, so I can't expect this to be much different. Ancient looking to split A really quickly in through main. They've got players in the lobby poised and ready to go for this push. Flashes through, and Plopsky's the first man in.
Going to work his way forward. Rallin and Rusty will trade blows to start this out, bringing us into a 4v4. Rusty nearly loses. In fact, he does lose his life to Dika. Freddy also another pickup. This is going all over the place right now. A nice pick by Disco. And Mouse working his way in through the T lobby. Going to try and find one as well. Not having too much luck with that, though. It is against Draken, who's on the op, so it's going to be a little unwieldy to play with it. Eventually, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he does get found out by Mouse, putting us back down into a 2v2 at the same time. Ancient get the plant, and Disco finds his pick on Mouse.
Almost seemed like they wanted to bail out for the save there, but Maniz running away right as Mouse gets picked, and he's going to have to commit to that decision because this gun needs to be saved. Ancient have, without doubt, picked up a 5th round here. And not going to be a 2-on-2 retake with those orbs, so 5 on the T side. Dominant stuff for Ancient right now. The scoreline may be equal, but considering how the T side of this map typically is, this is an impressive performance from the likes of Ancient. How much further can they go? That's the question.
Up to 5 now. They've tied it up, and this is already an impressive number of rounds for a T side on Nuke.
I think they lost the orb. That sounded like that.
We'll see in just a second. There's certainly reason to celebrate over on the Ancient side of things. Now Aristocracy has a call for their own first pause. Taz going to take a minute. Talk to the team about what's been going wrong. I drink some water too.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick up all the things that have been going wrong because Ancient have thrown in a lot of different ideas in these 5 rounds they've picked up. They've gone for, you know, B fakes. They've gone for outside takes. They've gone for 2 different ways of splitting yard with those deep smokes, one coming in towards main in that round, and the just normal cross smokes, plus the one in garage that Aristocracy actually managed to pick up. But yeah, it's not been consistent. It's not been similar round to round. So Aristocracy, they got a lot of talking to do, really, to work out what's going wrong. 5-5. Orb is back out for Manise. But yeah, definitely looks like he had to repurchase that into this round. He is running low on those funds. Running empty.
It's still going to be fully bought for both teams, however. Decon! Oh, great lineup there. Endless possibilities if he stayed alive on that one. But Rowland instead is going to have to assist by taking down Plotsky. Rusty also pretty heavily lit now, too. Draken, though, next to pick one up. Back over here by Squeaky, finds Rowland. Puts Ancient back in control of the man advantage, if only temporarily. The rest of the team already downstairs with a lot of control. They can swing up vents, though. Wow. Because they've got the opening. And there you go. Disco right in the face of Taz. Says goodbye to him. Great misdirection by Ancient. That or a mid-round adjustment. Either way, it works for them. Manise also gets cut up without much of a response, and that's going to leave Mouse alone again.
It's rare you see teams consistently go for a bottom vent to A take, but that's the second time Ancient have run that in this T side so far, so that's been pretty entertaining to watch. Aristocracy not ready for this pace. And this CT side is proving to be a bit more of a problem. Mouse will be able to save this gun unless Rusty comes in on this late flank, and it seems like he's found the timing, he's got the info. But not favored in the health either. Oh, close but no cigar. Mouse has found the kill, and he will save that gun. No one else hunting. You'd rather keep your economy in good standing, and Ancient will keep 3 alive as they pick up finally the lead. 6 rounds to 5. That's 6 in a row on this T side.
Really great stuff from Ancient to rebound as well as they did. That should wake them up a little bit too. Obviously, again, coming in from this map, the 0-5 start, definitely going to be getting a little, sluggish, a little bit discouraged at a minimum as a player. But to now bounce back 6 rounds consecutively, that's going to wake them up. That's going to make them refocus here.
Most importantly, after giving away so many map and match points back on that previous game. So good to see that it hasn't affected them at least too bad mentally, but looking for a fast inner play right now. Lots of nades going through. Not going to be committing. Taz is already on that long flank. He's making so much noise, and he just does not care. Taz has found a gun, and he's also dropped a player back behind Lobby. Lobby is now the CT side. They have multiple players in this position, so Ancient, they've just given up with it. They're just going to push outside, avoid this. They know the guns have been taken anyway, so 3-on-3 elsewhere. Look down towards B instead.
Taz just rolls right up on a player there. Pops his way into a kill. But yeah, the problem is Ancient are still trading a lot more efficiently right now. Disco is able to take one out back by Mini. Rest of Aristocracy having to split up right now. 1-1, one on the upper site, another one watching ramp. And Mal's has got a good chance to spot some intel here, but the large majority of Ancient still hanging out outside right by Secret. The possibility to push into there. They're waiting for this player to get access to Heaven. Disco Doplin is going to be moving in. And actually, the rest are moving in through Mini, too. Taz with a good find. Takes one out. Immediately traded, though. Going to leave Mal's alone yet again.
Yeah, Mal's taking his time on this flank round. I'm surprised he didn't come Heaven side, but he's going to wrap main. Bomb's not for him. Plenty of util for both sides here, but Mal's would rather have his gun in his hands at all times. Needs to get both kills to win this round. Or stick the bomb, but that's a little more optimistic. Molotov deep, and he's going to get spammed down. Great spray transfer, though. Gets the kill. Doesn't know where the second player is, though, and Rusty hits the shot from behind. 7 rounds on the T side for Ancient. This streak is keeping on.
They're going to continue to run it out here now, as the Swedish roster is fully taking control of this T side, it seems now. 5 starting rounds. It's been an incredibly streaky map, that's for certain. 5 rounds straight for Aristocracy, 7 rounds straight for Ancient. Haven't been one to trade, at least not like we were having on overtime back on our last map. Lot more one-sided this time. Ancient again inside a lobby to slow down their play in the opening seconds of the round. Aristocracy will try their best to contest this, especially towards right here at Squeaky. Besides that, not a whole lot of fights brewing in the early round here, as far as we can see.
Molly holding Manise back, but it's actually a bit shallow. He's able to peek on top of that and can still see the yard. Those flames concealing a bit of his vision, but almost hitting the flick. Freddy B gets past, he's had a dodge and gets behind enemy lines as he wraps towards the CT spawn. This push coming down vents at the same time. Ancient, 3 players down vents, optimistic, and Manice is going to be waiting for it. He hits a shot. Players getting stuck on each other's heads, but Freddy B with his long lurk outside has found a kill off of the ramp rotate. That's Diha dead, and Manice has now got to defend B, but he's got a teammate rotated into assist. I think that's Mouse, yeah. He's above the rafters. Rallen's been dropped in the meantime. They're going to go back up vents. They've got Freddy on the flank. Of course they have. His outside control allows him to get back up towards his top site, and Ancient are just completely outplaying this CT side right now. Bomb. What a call.
Yeah, bomb onto the ground here now for Ancient. So once again, they outwit Aristocracy on the rotate, not leaving a whole lot of hope, if any hope at all here, for the clutch to happen. In fact, I think both players are falling back to save, unless this is some next level flank, but I highly doubt that. More than likely, everybody's working their way out towards T-spawn, of course, keeping close watch onto the lobby entryway, just in case they try something. It's not going to happen. Miles will work his way up onto the roof, so the teammate's going to head towards spawn. It's actually a pretty great trap to try and get some exit kills.
Ooh.
Draken's going to avoid that. There you go. Caught out by Manice. There's the first one for free. Mal's on the roof, picks up a second. So at minimum, they're going to do some economy damage. Not that it really matters, though. We're in like the last 2 to 3 rounds anyway, and look at the money that Ancient have. Exit kills just really don't matter at this point.
That's what happens when you get 8 rounds in a row on a T side. Chock full of dollars. And 2 rounds left of the half. Ancient looking for a 10-5 T side, and I can't say anything's hinting otherwise. This has been an incredible terrorist half for Ancient. Aristocracy, do they have any more gas left in the tank in this first half? Not sure if that cross was spotted. Draken didn't see a player get towards the back of Garage, so powerful position taken by, looks like Diha. Maniz picked up in the yard, and the smoke in Garage will cut Diha out of this round, at least for now. He's found a gap in it, though, and does manage to pick up 1 kill and fade away. Disco Dolphins walk through the squeaky door, and the spam through the vents actually comes back to bite Rallen. He'll fall to that push. Taz going for one of his own, and still gets the trade. Mal's down on B in the meantime, but Ancient are in a 3-on-2.
Taz will back into the A site. Trying to delay this play from Ancient. They don't know where Ancient are going to move towards. This is the tricky thing for Aristocracy, is Ancient have been incredibly difficult to read due to the multitude of ways they've approached the attack on these sites. So right now, holding outside. It's only a 3v2. They don't have as dominant of an advantage they've had on some of these previous rounds. They're a little bit timid to make the play, because even when they've been in this situation before, they've usually had control of a site. This time they don't. So both Taz and Mouse have had to split, 1 on each site. All Ancient need to do is do a 1-for-1 trade, and they're in relatively good shape. But of course, Taz is going to try to stop that from happening. Isolates the first 1v1, does it to the second as well. Now they've got the advantage, and Plopsky, all alone, is also going to be cut out by Taz as he pulls out a massive round. 4 kills overall to finally pick up another one for Aristocracy.
He's just been a hero, hasn't he, this series? Back on train, finding a lot of opening kills in that terrorist half, and even here on Nuke, right when Aristocracy needed him most, he finds a CT round for this Polish side. 1 round left of the half now, still salvageable. A 7-8 would not be the end of the world here if Aristocracy find the last round of the half. Still viable with a pistol round as well. But will Ancient give it to them? Will they give it to them? AWP in the hands of Draken, no weaponry to fight back against that on this CT side. Bombs going ramp side. And smoke's being set up towards the yard. Ancient probably trying to fake this B play, or fake the yard play at least. They might send a player out with it to try and get down towards these vents, or get down towards the secret. They love a split. And the issue is, if they don't send anyone behind these smokes, well, Maniz is going to clarify the fact that there's no one here.
Yep, Maniz has full vision onto this, and is seeing the plan unfold right now. Mal's and anyone else in A is going to be getting ready for a push to come their direction. Mal's will need to be the most prepared, though. He does have assistance in Hell from Dika, and Dika's actually going to be able to strike first. Picks up the Prag on Freddy, quickly falls back by the Heaven Ladder. Mal's, meanwhile, wants nothing to do with this play. He's heading all the way down to the site.
Yeah, 5-on-4, no reason to overextend. You can give away that map control, but Ancient, they love a fake, and they love going back on their initial plan. These mid-rounds from them have been splendid, and they're going to look to go back towards this A site, it seems. Bit of a crunch, though, walking in through the hut. This flash will catch Taz, but there's a second player on top. 25 seconds, not much choice elsewhere. You got to go. Taz turns around. They won't check their position though, and Taz sprays down 3. Draken falls shortly after, and that's 7 rounds and a half for Aristocracy. 5 alive at the end of it. They finally come alive at the end of that half. It might be enough if they can get a pistol round as well. We're going to have to find out. Join us after this break for the second half of this final map.
Well, this series has certainly gone the distance, and we are almost there. But just like our previous 2 maps, a winner is going to prove hard to determine. We are neck and neck at halftime. 8-7 on Nuke, with Ancient having the 1-round advantage coming off the T side. They'll be happy about that, but now it's time to see if they can close out a pistol. Aristocracy has won the last 3.
Yeah, and a heavy A setup right now for Ancient. More than prepared for what I imagine is going to be the A burst from this T side. Smoke towards main and double molly as well. One can land on the hut roof. The other, not sure where that's gone. Yeah, double hut roof here, it seems. Fast play, but Rusty's ready for it. Hits the shots. Draken follows up, and this is getting absolutely sandwiched right here. 4-man A stack, and all 5 kills of that single casualty. Doesn't get much better than that.
Great stuff. Good start. Clean start, more importantly. This is something that they're going to be able to build off of. Obviously not really any heavy investments, but it's a slow start. You know, save the extra 650 or so on the armor buy. You can carry it from there, especially if they're going to be able to take this pattern into further rounds. Since now Aristocracy, with no plant behind them, have to go for a complete save round. Only a single pistol invested into this round by Manice. For the rest of that, working with default for the most part.
Bit of a confidence boosting round. Money-making one as well, if Asia can utilize these couple of SMGs. Ouch.
Oh, that hurts.
A couple of broken kneecaps on the way down.
No armor on that either.
Does armor affect full damage?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't think so.
I think it's a universal.
Ooh. They are just flying out of the air right now. Look at these guys.
It's target practice.
Jumping shit.
Rowland, actually, yeah, gonna get the first kill this time, but Freddy, he's in mini a second later to trade it back. Rest of Aristocracy kind of out in the open right now in mid, so it's a bit difficult for H to hunt these guys down cleanly, but they get the job done.
Ooh, nice nade.
It's a bit scrappy, yeah. And Rowland is gonna be able to pick up at least 1 more kill off with a frag on Freddy. But now he's retreated downstairs. He's gonna try to play this to the best of his capability since he's scavenged a rifle now.
The weird thing is he's left the bottom upper. If he had that, he could have planted down on B. There's no one there to stop him, but now he's wrapping into main and they're waiting for Propsky one step ahead. I guess he had to swing wide in the yard to get that bomb, and with so many players in position, probably not worth the risk.
I think it was behind like red box, so he would have had to cross again. And I think like with the players closer to CT spawn, he probably assumed he was going to get picked off.
Yeah.
So won't take it there. Not a big deal though, as they're going into the buy round on the next time anyway. But obviously the plant would have added a few extra nades and whatnot here. However, they still have enough in order to make it out of this round. Let's see how exactly they're going to be able to fare with some real guns in their hands.
And no warps yet. First buy round of the half. Ancient just holding the lead, but now on the more favored side of the two. They look pretty damn comfortable on the T side. I can't imagine what Aristocracy have to deal with now. Slow yard play for Manice. They do have the smokes for the cross. 3 of them left up on this T side still, but not all of them in the right position to set up for this yard play. One of them will go out though, and that's actually just a main smoke. This gives Aristocracy the control towards the yard, allows them to push towards hell if they want. That's a weird smoke landing on top of the box. Definitely not where it was intending to go as this T side splits towards garage. Here does get an opener. Draken trades from the top side of heaven, and they're still ready for this A play that could come through at any moment.
It's going to go up to Plopsky now over at ramp, who finds the next frag on Mouse. Rest of Aristocracy still trying to slow play this right now. His time is getting low. 40 seconds remaining. They've got a little bit of control leading up into heaven, but Draken's here to stop it. He's got it smoked out too. The flash now to counter the push. It's actually not going to affect most of these guys. Dika gets the peek and the kill on Draken. Now works his way the rest of his teammates into the site. They'll try to push. It's such a one-dimensional play that was the problem. Leaves it all on Rowland at the end of it. And he'll fall too. Another round for Ancient. 5 more. And the series, along with the grand final against Optic, is theirs.
And smiles on every single player as well there. They are looking more than ready to take this grand final spot. I love the CT setups they're showing right now. They're just giving a lot of room away to this T side, but having extremely heavy A stacks. So this T side just running into 5-man stacks. Ancient keeping it up, 11-7, and the spray here connecting. Taz won't be able to get down vents in this round. Ancient with the man advantage, and just pistols here for Aristocracy to try and find anything here. Plopsky's rotated down towards B in expectation that maybe someone made it down the vents, but that is not the case. It will be the ramp play instead. Draken off angle, but he's committed. He cannot escape. He's got to fight to his death.
Back in. Gonna continue to wait this out. The spam coming in from him. 3 in a row. Easy picks, obviously, against the pistols, primarily from Aristocracy. And all now on Manice. Good lineup to find Rusty, but that's it as far as it's going to go. Number 12 now up on the board here for the Swedish roster.
4 more remaining. A team that we expected to get grouped given their run in the tournament, given the games that they had to play, and they have just exceeded everyone's expectations. They are only a few rounds away from making that grand final. One of the qualified teams as well, the local Swedish qualification.
Yep. Forgot all about that, actually. That's
pretty crazy.
That's how they got into it. The local Swedish tournament that happened. It happened like a while ago, too, if I remember correctly. It was like a month or 2 ago, so.
They've more than earned their spot and clearly have done their homework coming into this event. The prep is looking good and the results are looking better. 4 rounds separate them from a victory, and Aristocracy have yet to find a round on this T side. That needs to change here and now. They can't afford to let this economy build out of control. I mean, we've not even seen AWPs yet on Draken.
Ancient going to continue to bide their time on this one. No over-aggression. They continue to hold passively. So passively, in fact, that I think they're like wary of Aristocracy trying to turn things up all of a sudden and go for a fast play, because they are right at these choke points, ready to punch them for something like that. There you go. Freddy watching for the outside push. And this is just because like Aristocracy start the round off so slowly. They give Ancient all this time to set up for plays like this. And then when Aristocracy try to execute suddenly, they end up walking right into the setup. Plopsky's probably going to be the next person to benefit from this, although they seem to have a read on him. Yeah, they're wary of the fact that he's in the corner. Still goes 1 for 1, though.
With the already established man advantage, he'll take that every day of the week. 35 seconds now as this T-side tries to get down towards the lower site. Smoke to Decon. Draken coming in through the window, though. He's already in position. Molly will send him forward or back, and he's going to pick the former of the two, getting aggressive, but forcing the fight to Taz. Taz is going to win the duel. 50 HP, gets away with it. Great shot. Will allow for the bomb plant now on this lower bomb site as Ancient have to set up for the retake. First challenge they've had this half, it feels.
Disco and the rest of Ancient still stuck in the side halls down here. No real path to initiate through Decon yet. The doors are also open too, so Disco can't even get that close to try and play off sound intel. Manice trying to wait back. Taz, along with Manice, picking up opening kills here against the retake, and Rusty can't get anything started either. Aristocracy pick up their first on the T side. Now 4 more behind Ancient.
Slow and steady wins a race, that's what they say, and let's see if these poles have it in them. Great shot from Taz as well in that round. Actually, huge round from him, right? Not only gets the opening kill down into B, which facilitates the plant, but even cuts off one of the rotators. So 8-12, and the AWP is out, but not in full force because surrounded by pistols and SMGs, this is still a somewhat weak buy for Ancient. Despite the 4-0 lead they had coming into this half, it only took 1 T round to break their cache. However, it can still be salvaged if they pick this one up. If not, then we have a game on our hands. Potential T-side streak. Well, let's get there if we get there.
The rest of Ancient, slow walk into Secret. No one from Ancient's been able to spot it just yet. Draken's gonna get the first taste of it, just barely misses the op shot. It's a big miss though. Would have been that free 5v4 yet again. They're not gonna get it. Flash right into Draken's face. By a pixel that it ends up affecting him right there. But it is gonna be Freddy able to cut off a play towards ramp. Draken also finds his first pick, and Rusty, nicely done, fades it right back inside, and Freddy shuts out the last kill. That's a decisive one, and a great way to turn this right back into Ancient's favor.
Great decision-making from Draken not to take that fight. After he misses the initial shot down Secret, he easily could have posted up on the next corner. The reason he doesn't is one of 2 reasons. He backs off towards Vent so he can be assisted by Rusty and have him swing on his contact, but also, if he fights towards those vents, the Tees don't know what angle he's going to be on. For all they know, he could be on either one of the staircases and either one of the vents. Far more favorable. They're checking a 1-on-4 instead of just him playing the corner and being pretty predictable. So a flawless round coming out from the CT side with a pistol and an SMG in play, clearly not being limiting factors, at least for Ancient, definitely for Aristocracy. And another pause coming through for them. Rough times ahead as they go for the buy, but it's not the best they've had.
Solid C once again here for Aristocracy. One of their last chances to get back into this now, especially with how incredibly aggressively they've had to buy into this round. Granted, the losing bonus still is going to progressively stack up. Oh, what a pick from Draken. I think you could just barely see his head over that there. Finds Manice with it, deletes him.
Get out.
Look at Aristocracy, they just don't have any utility to fight back against that. They've got a single smoke. That's not enough to get secret access.
Not on Draken's watch. Guard will not be taken. T-side looking elsewhere. They're peeling back out of outside, going into the lobby. And I mean, this just stinks of desperation here. 1 smoke, no flash. The AWP is gone, lost in no man's land. You're hoping that someone makes a mistake here for Ancient more than anything, but this CT side has been flawless so far. Only lost 1 round. Just bunkering down in a man advantage, waiting for these Ts to push, and inside of A is going to be the call.
Oh, smoke to reapply. You're going to hear it bouncing off a player. That's how they know the execute's begun. 2-for-1 trade, though. Aristocracy trying to make their way into this. Disco with a nice transfer onto Taz, however. Stops that push outright, and Draken from up on top finds the last kill. It's 14 now for Ancient. 2 more rounds are all they need.
And not much standing in their way, Aristocracy. They've had a rough half on this T side, and it's only getting rougher. That's their money broken up against 14, and yeah, what a shot from Draken. Barely see a thing, but that doesn't matter. And this is the buy. 1 Galil, 4 pistols. They're saving money for the follow-up round, hoping they can still try and pull a 15-8 comeback, but it's going to be a very difficult task.
And the interesting thing is Rowland apparently disagreed with that. as he bought down. The rest of the team didn't.
It might just be the case of getting a hero rifle, right? Getting one weapon
Yeah.
to try and use to open up the round, but yeah, good luck.
1-for-1 exchange that does give control over the ramp to Aristocracy. Because this happens so early, I don't know how many players Ancient are going to be able to get into good position in time. Disco, of course, outside of the double doors, already has an established spot to play with, and 2 kills. They might have made a mistake in trying to overplay their hand and control. Now, they don't have great post-plant positioning to use anymore. Control was enough. Now they've overplayed it, giving 2 more kills over to Ancient. This round might already be over. Another player going down. It's all on that hero rifle. You have to hope the investment was worth it, and no, not the case. Ancient up on map and series point, and they've got 7 consecutive rounds to try and close it out.
15-8, the exact scoreline that Ancient came back on yesterday, up against Crazy on Inferno to give us a double overtime win and then a 3rd map, which they also took. If they've done it, I don't think they're going to let it happen to them, but we'll have to wait and see, because 1 round separates these young Swedes from being in the grand final up against Optic on home territory, on a new Optic roster with changes. This is certainly a possibility. And the fact that, you know, whoever wins the grand final goes to Malmo, well, it could be Ancient again. It could be Ancient going to Sweden. But that's a long way in the distance. Let's keep it in the here and now.
Rest of Aristocracy, of course, playing slowly at the beginning of the round. Not wanting to overplay their hand here, as they've done in many, many rounds already in this half. Either getting too aggressive too early and losing players as a result of that, or there's not enough utility. Secret smoke line is established, and it goes even further back to prevent Freddy from finding an impact in his position, but Secret has been mollied off. Rollins actually somehow going to take a tick of damage from his position there. Freddy takes a lot of heat in the meanwhile from the inside of Warehouse. This is about 75 HP.
Ooh. A few seconds too early. A bit later, and that nade could have been devastating, but these T's are not committing towards the lower side. They're going to run right back. Freddy, that's a big kill. Catches it right before they get out of Secret. He would have been caught in the open, but now we can watch him coming into main. Taz will still get past with the bomb and actually not commit towards the A site. He's wrapping round, and this gives time for Disco to push in, plus the player on ramp, and Lobby is under the control of Ancient. They've got to go back into A, but this T side is already there. Draken, 1-on-4 to keep this, and he's not going to be able to do it. Has to hold on to the AWP. Might be able to find some exits on the way out, though.
Yeah, already gave away his positioning, so element of surprise is not going to pan out for him. He's going to fall back into T-spawn. Careful, wrapping back over here. He's already found out. It's going to be obvious where he's falling back to save. We'll smoke it off well into the back of the parking lot now. As Aristocracy stay in it, pick up their 9th. 6 more to go, and we'll be back in overtime.
Ooh, couldn't cross.
Yeah, but eventually does lose his life right there, so no saved weapons. Not sure if that's going to break them or not. Had a pretty decent streak rolling up, but some of those rounds were relatively close. They might be low on money. We'll check that out once we get back in game.
Yeah, and they might have been able to grab that AWP as well. I'm not sure they were close enough given the post-round time, but no, they didn't. I mean, maybe they don't even want it at this point, right? Like, you're not looking for the slower pace if you're in this situation. You want to keep things nice and fast. Got a long road ahead of you. Draken's back on the AWP regardless. He's going to be able to buy that one up. Smoke's being set towards the yard in the meantime from the top side of Silo.
Yeah, especially when you consider the slower play has just given too much freedom to Ancient to set up for these, like, you know, crazy picks and whatnot.
And just pushing outside, pushing up in the lobby, etc.
It's not too transducive to Aristocracy's success if they play this slowly. There we go. Fast play into the ramp. They catch Plopsky before he can even jump down. Nice pick by Manice. It's going to be traded, though. Draken able to find one against Rowland, but in the grand scheme of things, Aristocracy still have the capability to push downstairs, but no, they're going to push Hell instead. Taz finds the pick against Freddy. The rest of the team still trying to figure out about where they want to take the bomb. They've got access to Heaven, of course. That part is clear. There we go. Taz another find as well against Disco. They've got the plan on the ground, too.
Lights out from Taz this round. 2 kills. Shuts down that Hell player even after getting dinked down to 1. Not going to be hesitating at all. 10 rounds here for this T side. Slowly but surely getting their groove on. But the scary part of being up against 15 is, you know, at any point, you make one mistake or one player from Ancient has a sick play and gets 2-3 kills, and you're done. You're out. You're going home. Your tournament life is over. you have no more rounds to fall back on. And so Ancient, they can afford to save a couple of guns here, go into it in the future and give it another go. But 10 rounds to Aristocracy now. Mani's doing everything he can to get rid of this gun behind the box. Not going to be able to do so. 3 alive there for Aristocracy, but at this point, that doesn't even matter. They're going to be buying up no matter what happens.
Yeah, we could still see 4 rifles at a minimum for Ancient going into this round, as the Opper had a good, like, 4,500 in excess, and another player had about 2,500, so that could be a FAMAS drop right there. But it's more on if they want to really press it. They still have quite a few rounds of a lead, so they could, take an eco here, which is the 2 saved weapons, try to do as much damage as possible. Not, again, that it's going to matter too much, and then play it into the next round. Or they could still force the issue, get those 4 rifles, and try to end it here. It's going to be up to them, and we'll see the result of that in just a moment, as they also took their pause.
Yeah, coming to a close, but will this game? Ancient certainly hope so. 5 attempts to shut this one down before they hit overtime, and probably not going to be happening in this one. Eco round for the 3 players who did not save. Ooh, that's the shot. Draken, right as the door blows open, blows Mal's off. And he's going to be able to find an opening kill.
It's pressure.
He's even followed up. What's happening here?
Moving in quickly to the A site. A missed shot from Draken could be costly. They're going to wrap back out in a T lobby. The T's will take control of the A site in the meanwhile. 3 players staying alive. Mani's still causing problems outside, though. Finds Disco, and what a pick on Plopsky. Instantly. It's over to him. Freddy, though, with just as impressive one. An instant pap. On to Mani's to take him out. Puts us back on even turf now in a 2v2.
No kit, though, no util. They've just got to take these gunfights and rounds, give it away his position on the top of the hut. We'll just commit. He knows he's got the advantage here with the height. Will Freddy be able to hit the shot, though? Certainly not looking that way. Jump, that's a bit of a mistake. Freddy gets a kill. If they lose the map, if they lose the tournament because of that, that will come back to haunt them. Freddy doesn't have time for the defuse, though, and as said, no kit. Taz is going to go for it anyway. No loss, no worry. Freddy gets the kill, but it's still going to be the round for the Poles. 11 here on the T side, but remember, that was 3 pistols and 2 guns, and Freddy gets 3 kills.
So at minimum, it's definitely going to bring the money down. Like I said, it's 15x at this point. Yeah. So money's not going to be a huge factor. If they continuously do that, that can play into it, as it can limit the capability of the buy from Aristocracy. Probably take out some Nays, reduce Kriegs down to AKs, take out an op.
They've got to do that every round.
But yeah, like I said, they've got to come this close every round. So it's probably not going to be too much of a factor. It's more on Ancient to keep their economy in strong suit here to make sure they can finally actually close out a round. This is 3 or 4 straight now from Aristocracy, as they're running the gauntlet back. 4 more to go. Started with 7 straight they need to pick up.
So close, but so far at the same time. Aristocracy will not go down without a fight in this game. Going back towards spawn, though, setting up smokes for the yard. I wonder if they'll have a player crossing with it. Rallen is already pushed up. Dia's coming in from above as well, and yeah, Rallen's going to be able to abuse this to get down towards those lower stairs, get down towards B. That smoke is purpose, excuse me, it's to cut off the angle from behind Garage with an AWP, but Ancient have not been playing Garage this half. They've been back towards CT. The Orc, meanwhile, up on ramp. Plopsky's tasked with blocking outside, but it's down towards B where the bomb heads, plus a few of these poles. Now, they could come up through the vents and split A. We have 2 players outside main. That is a possibility here. A dangerous one at that, with having no one split through the lobby. But instead, they throw the smoke down. They're still playing so close. I'd love to know where this is ending up.
30 seconds left here. Aristocracy, they've got to make a move now. Like you said, it's still a very heavy split on these Ts.
Yeah. They're doing it.
They're going to go up the vent, I think, into the site, but you've got Disco sitting back and waiting as well to potentially stop this if he goes unnoticed. Up, easy headshot for him, tries to get the second, but he starts moving. It doesn't matter though, 3 for 2 trade in the favor of Ancient. Rusty just inside the smoke, but he gets spotted in hut. Deca with that kill puts it back under the control of Aristocracy. However, Draken also hides in the hut, finds Manice out. It's all on Deca in the 1v2, picks up the kill, trades out for the AUG. And Freddy, nowhere to be seen in heaven. He's gone for the rotate as well, working himself back over to the other side of the map, pushing up towards Deca. Is he ready for it? No, he's not! Freddy B gets the kill, and there's plenty of time left for the defuse this time, so Ancient will get it done, 16-11.